Have you ever stared at an ancient symbol and felt like it was trying to tell you something, not just through its shape, but through something deeper, like it held knowledge we've long forgotten? That's the Eye of Horus. Some say it's just a spiritual icon. Others believe it's a key to unlocking human consciousness, the pineal gland, and maybe divine technology. But here's where it gets weird. The Eye of Horus might not just represent the brain, it might be a map of it. Let me take you on a journey into the mystery of one of history's most powerful symbols. Let's rewind, way back, ancient Egypt. A civilization obsessed with stars, gods, and the afterlife. They didn't just build pyramids, they built meaning into everything. And one of their most sacred symbols? The Eye of Horus. To the ancient Egyptians, this symbol was more than art. It was a talisman of protection, healing, and power. Carved into tombs, painted on amulets, etched into temple walls. But the story behind it? That's where the mystery begins. The myth says Horus, sky god and son of Osiris, lost his eye in a cosmic battle with Set, the god of chaos. Thoth, the god of wisdom, magically restored it. This restored eye became a symbol of wholeness, balance, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. Sounds mythological, right? But now, let's zoom in, literally. Flash forward thousands of years. Scientists, doctors, and spiritual thinkers start noticing something strange about the Eye of Horus. They overlay it onto a cross-section of the human brain. Not randomly, carefully. And what they find? Chills. Each part of the eye matches a different section of the brain's anatomy. Not symbolically, literally. That curved line underneath? It matches the corpus callosum, a bundle of nerves connecting both hemispheres. That spiral tear, it lines up with the pineal gland, what many cultures call the third eye. And those two straight lines, one vertical, one curved, they align with the thalamus, the optic chiasm, and parts of the hypothalamus, key areas involved in vision and consciousness. Coincidence? Or proof the Egyptians knew more about the human brain than we give them credit for? Let that sink in. Now, about that spiral tear, the one that lines up with the pineal gland. Why is that important? The pineal gland is a small pinecone-shaped organ deep in the center of your brain. Modern science says it regulates melatonin, your sleep hormone. But ancient cultures, they believed it did way more. They called it the seat of the soul, the third eye, the gateway to higher dimensions, spiritual awareness, and cosmic consciousness. And guess what? That's not just New Age talk. The pineal gland actually has photoreceptors, just like your eyes. It responds to light. It has fluid like the eye. And it sits in the part of the brain linked to vision, imagination, and inner sight. So why did the ancient Egyptians make a symbol that looks exactly like this inner eye? Were they mapping out a spiritual center? Or documenting something more technical? Let's go deeper. The Eye of Horus isn't just spiritual or anatomical, it's mathematical. Each part of the eye, the eyebrow, the curved line, the tear, the spiral, was used in Egyptian fractions. Yes, math. Each piece represented a different value, 1 fraction, 1/4, and so on. Together, they almost equal 1. Almost? What's missing? A tiny sliver. Some say that sliver represents the unknown, the divine, the last piece that only the gods can understand. That's sacred geometry. It's the idea that the universe is built on patterns, mathematical, geometric, and sacred. And the Eye of Horus might be the ultimate expression of that idea. Could it be an ancient schematic for activating parts of the brain we no longer use, or even a blueprint for consciousness itself? Some fringe theorists go even further. They say it's not just symbolic, it's technological. a diagram of some kind of neuro-spiritual interface, a forgotten tool left behind from an ancient civilization, or maybe something not entirely human. So now you're probably wondering, did the ancient Egyptians really understand the inner workings of the brain? Did they have esoteric knowledge passed down from the stars, from Atlantis, from a forgotten golden age? Or were they simply brilliant observers, tuned into the patterns of the universe in ways we've lost? We may never know for sure, but we do know this. The Eye of Horus has captivated humanity for over 5,000 years. It appears on currency, on jewelry, in pop culture, even in modern medicine. The RX symbol has echoes of its shape. So maybe the Eye of Horus was never just about protection or mythology. Maybe it was a reminder that the real power, the real divinity is inside us, right between our eyes. So, what do you think? Is the Eye of Horus a mystical metaphor, a map of the mind,